I'm so done. Italy has been beautiful and amazing and phenomenal, but it has also broken me almost completely. We're in the airport, we're in the work zone. This is the work zone. This is why I look like I'm in a bad green screen chair. This is work zone. I did want to go and sit in one of the nice cubicles to be able to do this, but sadly there's a guy in there with his shoes and socks off, with his feet up on a chair. Frankly, it's just not on. It's not normal behaviour. But it's been amazing. So we've just had 4 days in Puglia and we've just driven back. We've driven 600 kilometres, about 400 miles on Italian roads. Haven't mentioned it before, Italians, they're not terrifying drivers, they're not bad drivers. I haven't seen a single crash, I haven't seen any evidence of any collisions, anything like that. That's not true. I see lots of evidence of collisions in terms of other cars being quite badly damaged, but they're still being driven. But I haven't seen anyone hit anyone else. But what I've realised is they drive purely for themselves. There's no sense of defensive driving, there's no sense of driving to allow anyone else to know where you're going to go or what you're going to do. There's no indication, there's no nothing. It is just simply, you're the only person that's important and you're going to get to where you need to go, and anyone else is an inconvenience that you need to get around. I think that's probably fair. Now I'm going to have to refer to this list again, so bear with me. Right, it's Puglia. We drove to Puglia on Tuesday. Drove to Puglia on Tuesday. This is the other problem with doing this in an airport. I had a really nice plan of doing this. Overlooking this amazing town of Matera, but it was just a bit windy and I don't think the sound would have worked brilliantly. And it's really nice doing this in an airport because literally everybody stares at you as they walk past. So we drove to Puglia on Tuesday and we picked up a very lovely Fiat 500C from the airport to be able to drive out. It's a lovely car, really liked it. It was a little bit of a stressful pickup in that there was a little bit of language barrier with trying to organise a pickup, all of that sort of stuff. Drove down the coast road along the north-east edge of Italy, across the mountains, we drove down past this amazing drained lake, which was just this weirdly flat agricultural area. We eventually got down to Masseria Grieco. Masseria Grieco is a beautiful hotel. I thought it was a chain or called Masseria in various, because there are Masseria hotels all over the place. It's not a chain, it just means farmhouse, so there's me being a little bit uneducated. So Masseria Grieco, beautiful place, beautiful pool, really nice layout. Right, so I've decided to do the quick version of this because I'm just not going to be able to get it in between all of these. So we got there, we went to sleep. Had an amazing meal. Actually, the food there was fantastic. The hotel is really lovely. We then woke up and decided to have a lazy day, and then we got bored of having a lazy day, so we decided to go and explore, because the weather wasn't brilliant. I have to say, the weather in Puglia, it was either very grey, it was raining, and then occasionally, so we did get about 2 hours of sunshine every day. But just, we'd planned it to be a laying by the pool, laying by the beach sort of holiday, and we just didn't get a chance to do that at all. So we went into Ostuni, which is the local town. It's called the White City, and it is beautiful. It's just all this maze of little streets that were designed to confuse invaders, and it is quite a stunning town, and the restaurants there are absolutely fantastic. We went to Ristorante Pantagruel on our second last evening, which was like a barbecue type restaurant. That was absolutely fantastic. And we went to Osteria Tempo Perso, which means a restaurant of wasted time, because they feel that wasted time is time well spent. As we explored Ostuni, we then decided to drive out of Ostuni to go and see this amazing view of the city itself. And as we were doing that, unfortunately, an errant driver on the other side of the road swerved towards me and caused me to hit the curb. They now seem to be doing 2 consecutive announcements, which is impressive. So I hit the car on a curb and broke the wheel, so I then had to drive to Brindisi to go and pick up a new car. So they gave us a Citroen C3, which was bigger, much more comfortable for me, and still very lovely, just not quite as exciting and Italian and all those sorts of things as the Fiat. Oh, we went for dinner at a cave. That was Osteria Tempo Perso. Next day, we lazed by the pool. We had a good 2 hours of really glorious sunshine, lying by the pool and just chilling out. And then we decided, it's a really nice day, let's go to the beach. Turns out it was a crap beach. Actually, I'm sure that's a lie. It's probably beautiful most of the time, but it wasn't that day. I think the winds over the Mediterranean had caused all sorts of problems, but yeah, it wasn't a great. We were not going to go swimming, put it that way. We weren't going swimming. After that, we went back to Ostuni, had a pizza. That was good. It was all right. It was fine. And then we went to a supermarket, which was a weird experience. European supermarkets are always one of my favourite things. Of course. Yes, of course. Maybe not. Sorry. He wanted to borrow the chair, but the chair's bolted to the ground. I think this might be our flight. No, it's not our flight. So yes, we went to the supermarket, then, European supermarkets, weird and wonderful, love exploring them, amazing choice of stuff, and the weirdest basket trolley things I'd ever seen. Then we went home, watched video, and I flew the drone in the dark. That was the first time I'd ever tried that. They're getting closer together, they're doing it deliberately. They're actually doing this just to annoy me now. They know I'm trying to film. Then we went to Alberobello. Alberobello is a truly town. It's a UNESCO heritage site. Weird and wonderful and amazing. All these truly houses, which are an ancient house. Some of them there were 400 years old and still look in pretty good nick. Tiny rooms, winding streets, but very worth going to see. I've seen a lot of people say that it's quite touristy, and it is a bit touristy, but it's also worth seeing. There's a reason why lots of tourists go there. Stop being a tourist hipster. Just go and actually enjoy the things that you're meant to go and enjoy. Don't write something off there. Go, I don't want to go and see the Colosseum, because everyone goes to see the Colosseum. And then from Alberobello, it was raining. It was very wet. We had a moment of indecision, so we decided to go to Polignano and Mare, which I'm really glad we went to for two reasons. The first of which was we saw Stanley Tucci, which is always exciting. He's a lovely man. If you're watching, hello Stanley. And then we got engaged. Who knew? Well, I did. I planned it. Not exactly there, and not after we'd seen Stanley Tucci, but I had planned it. So, yeah, we got engaged. So I am now affianced. He's trying to blow me out. But it was wonderful. We were watching sunset, and we just explored the town, and we were sat watching the sunset, and I thought the moment seemed about right. So she said yes, that was good. It's lucky. You saw her in the last video. She wasn't my fiance then. But yes, the whole town is kind of built into the cliff face, so it is quite an amazing town. It's definitely, well, we'll be going back because we kind of have to. It's part of the deal. Yeah, if you get a chance to go, definitely go. Why? Also, and almost as exciting, we had this amazing ice cream that the cone was lined with liquid chocolate. They just pour liquid chocolate into the cone in front of you. Blew my mind. I think possibly getting engaged was better, but still amazing. Yeah, that was when we had the barbecue dinner. And then fourth day, Lecce. Lecce was beautiful, absolutely stunning city. They call it Florence of the South. It really is quite an amazing place to go to, definitely worth exploring. Pick a drier day than we did. It was very, very wet. Lucky Emma had actually bought an umbrella earlier in the holiday, the day before, because it was just so wet. And it's another announcement. So Lecce was fantastic. We had a lovely lunch there of fried fish, and bumped into the same guy who we'd seen the day before, who described my lunch of squid as risky, which is always a nice way to describe somebody's lunch. Then we left there and went to Punta Prosciutto, which is this amazing, I assume in the summer, just ridiculously touristy, super busy beach where everybody goes. I've seen pictures of it covered in people. So we went to Punta Prosciutto, which, yeah, is a huge and beautiful beach. Again, it was same sort of miserable, blowy weather, so we didn't actually get to go in the sea. It was very windy. But I did put the drone up, got some really nice shots, until the drone started being chased by a dog. For a good 10 minutes, the dog just ran underneath it and barked at it. I tried flying it over the sea, and the dog just ran into the sea and barked at it. I tried flying over a wall, the dog ran into the wall. I probably shouldn't have found that as amusing as I did, but also ran over my camera bag. Eventually had to hide the drone by landing it on top of my car and hiding it. And we saw the Nardo Ring, which, if you don't know the Nardo Ring, it's a 12.5 kilometre, 8-mile circular ring where they do all the high-speed tests for cars. Sadly, you can't actually see it, but I flew the drone up and sort of got a couple of pictures. And then came home. We had sundowners, Secco, watching the sunset. It was beautiful. And then that brings us to today. And we've done our long drive. We went to this amazing town, Matera. which I've discovered is on Emma's bucket list for something she wants to see. It's an old cave town. It's meant to be one of the oldest settlements in Italy, and it's just stunning. Played with the drone for some time there, then drove the rest of the way, so 600 kilometres, and then had a fight with Avis, because it turns out if you're Avis you get to put a whole lot of stuff on the bill at the end that they don't mention. Apparently they do mention it in the tiny fine print, so an extra €400 bill on top of what we'd expected to pay. So thanks Avis. Yeah, that's it, and this is going to interrupt me again. Right, so that's all the filming done. I'm going to stop now because I'm done with all these interruptions. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've been interested in our visits to Rome. If you haven't seen the Rome videos, go and look at them. If you haven't seen my what to pack in your bag in Rome, go and look at that. And thank you for watching my video about Puglia. And if you want any more information on Puglia, put it in the comments below. If you've got anything I should do next time I come to Puglia, or if you've got any guidelines on how to not get messed around by Avis, put it in the comments below. Or if you work for Avis, let me know. So, thank you. And remember to subscribe, and I'm a little bit broken. Bye.